Hello loves and welcome to Blackathon 2022. I'm really excited. We're going to be doing a week-long read-a-thon and I'm going to be doing all of the Blackathon prompts and reading some awesome books that I ended up picking for the Blackathon challenge, starting with day 1. I am currently on my way to work. Today was share a book by a Black author that is high on your TBR list for Instagram. So I ended up taking a photo of This Poison Heart with myself because I actually am turning my personal Instagram into a bookstagram. So that's kind of my update for now. I don't really think I'm going to be filming too much at the office. Okay, so I just made it to my office. I am the only one here so far, it seems like. So just going to get myself situated and get ready for my first meeting of the day, and I will give you guys an update later. The prompt for the YouTube's portion is to read 100 pages of a book. I think I'm going to start with This Poison Heart, which I ended up picking for prompt 3 for the sci-fi fantasy group, which is read a book between 312 and 387 pages. This book falls at 370, so it makes it in quite well. I do have Kiwi here to say hi. Say hi to the YouTubes. Oh, I'm like stabbing you with my finger. I don't like it. It makes me very uncomfortable. This is the January book club pick. I ended up holding off on it, reading it in January because I'm not actually going to be having the live show until like next weekend or something like that. So I am really excited about reading this. I'm a little bit nervous because everybody who's read it so far has been like, it's fantastic, but I want to read the next one, and the next one doesn't come out until later in the year. So mistakes were made when I picked a book that's the beginning of a series. Anyway, I'm going to get to it and I'll give you an update a little bit later. Okay, it's been about an hour of reading and I've gotten 50 pages into This Poison Heart and I'm digging it so far. I like the magical aspect. I like the intrigue. I love a story where someone inherits a big thing. When I was younger, I used to wish something like that would happen to me, but I don't have family that I could inherit stuff from. But I always thought it would be cool to inherit some cool family history that had all of this meaning and that you'd uncover this world and it would be so cool. And I feel like this is going to give that and more, because we also have the like plant magic elements, and I think there's also going to be some romance possibly. I do like that our main character's parents are 2 women, so I'm super enjoying it so far. I am feeling like I'm reading really slow because I'm so used to doing other things and listening to an audiobook, but I'm also surprised at the same time that I was able to get 50 pages in a little under an hour worth of reading. I did take a break in between because my camera died. I might try to speed up a little bit though so that I can get through the second half, but I'm also a little nervous because I'm tired, and reading while sitting late at night, all of that kind of, it makes me sleepy in general. So I don't know. I guess we'll see if I'll be able to make it to 100 pages or not. I want to physically read the 100 pages, and then once I get basically to chapter 9, which is a couple pages past 100, I'm going to transfer to the audio book for the rest of the night. I felt like it would be more authentic to the challenge for me to physically read. I think I'm going to get myself some hot apple cider, and then I'm going to continue with the second half. Hot apple cider acquired, so let's get back to it. Cute. I don't know, for some reason I'm reading her grandma as if it's my grandma talking, like I'm adding a little bit of a Jamaican accent to it. Okay, I did it. 106 pages. Yeah, I'm really enjoying this book. Like currently I'm like, I feel like this is going to be a favorite. And it's funny because it's definitely YA. We've got a young girl. I think she's still in high school. You know, she's under the control and protection of her mother's. So it definitely has the YA vibe here and there, but I'm loving it regardless. I would love it even more if it wasn't a YA and if the main character was older so I could relate to them more, but regardless, I'm still here for it. I love the magic aspect. I love the mystery aspect. I love the inheriting an old house and uncovering your family's like backstory. I love it. It has so many elements that I absolutely adore, and I'm eating it up. Good morning! So today is day 2 of Blackathon 2022, the week-long Instagram and YouTube challenge. And today's Instagram challenge is to do an outfit inspired by a book cover by a Black author. So I'm gonna go with A Song of Wraiths and Ruin and just do my green life. Like, I ain't got nothing. I'm sorry, guys. Also, this is like green and silver, and I was all like, okay, makeup time, let's do some makeup. And I was like, dude, I'm pretty sure I got rid of like all of my silver based makeup because on my skin, like, gold looks better, so I don't really wear silver. I don't think I have anything. We're gonna make do with what we have. I'm just gonna be very green today. My coworkers are gonna be like, why are you so green? Like I said, though, we're just going with green. I'm gonna be very green. I'm green. If I was blue, I would. This is why I am not a beauty guru, because I do kind of look like I have a black eye. I'm also trying not to use my normal colors because that'll take away from the look I'm trying to get. And we're done with that part of the look. Oh, maybe I should do my eyebrows since my makeup is so heavy. This side, it's not as bad. I don't know why this side's so bushy. Maybe I could put this shimmer. Watch me mess this look up. Yeah, this is silverish. You going to a party? I'm like, no, I did an Instagram. Okay, makeup is done. Now I just need to get a photo. Vogue. Vogue, okay. Hopefully we got something that works. Now that we got the Instagram prompt out of the way, let's focus on the YouTube prompt, which is to talk about your favorite movie by a Black creator and your favorite book by a Black author. Now, my favorite movie is actually very cheesy. It is Belle, and this is about or inspired by Elizabeth Dido Bell, a actual person, and the really famous court hearing about the I forgot the name, but the cargo ship that ended up throwing a bunch of their passengers off, and it's kind of like a pivotal point in history because it was towards the time that people were starting to question slavery, or that there were people that were trying to stand up against it. And her uncle, who was also her caretaker, was the judge as a part of this, and it's kind of talks about like her experience. Now, the movie itself isn't historically accurate. There are some things that are. It's a cheesy romance with kind of a Mary Sue twist, where the movie Belle is afforded more luxuries than the actual Belle was, but it's still really cute and I really liked it. I imagine when I finally get around to watching Harriet, which I think we're actually going to watch tomorrow, that might actually jump up in terms of favorites. That's kind of where I'm at right now. I don't watch a lot of movies in general, so don't at me. Now, when it comes to books, some of you may know one of my favorite authors is Elizabeth Acevedo. I'm a huge fan of Clap When You Land. This is one of my favorite books. I absolutely adore it. I'm gonna have a you should read this recommendation all about this book at some point. But some other books that I really enjoy, the entire Brown Sister trilogy. I only have 2 of them because I sold my first copy because it was a hardback, and I'm ordering the soft copy so that they can all match. So then I just have paperbacks for all of them because I'm weird like that. They're really cute, really sweet. I absolutely adore them. I also am a huge fan of the A Song Below Water duology or series. Hopefully there's going to be more in the future. I think right now it's classified as a duology, but I'm actually not 100% sure if that's still true or not, or if I'm like mistaking it, because I feel like there could be more books. They are very related and also not related at the same time, so I would suggest reading this one before you read this one, but keep in mind when you read this that it's different characters, a different story. It's like after the fact of what happened to this, but it is fairly different for the most part. This is an urban fantasy series that I just adore. All sirens are Black women, but not all Black women are sirens. There is a court hearing about a boyfriend who ended up killing his girlfriend when he found out she was a siren, and the future of siren falls on the ruling of this court hearing because right now a lot of sirens, for their own safety, they basically stay in secret and don't let people know that they are sirens. And then there's also other mythological creatures and other things going on, and I love it. I love the characters, I love the story, I love the urban fantasy. Highly recommend. The last one I'm going to talk about is Make a Scene by Mimi Grace, and this is just a cute fake dating romance. I like this one because it is a a black romance. I know a lot of romance books, including my favorite Brown Sisters trilogy. Most of these tend to be a black female with a white male. I am not sure what Seth is in book 2. I'm pretty sure he's not black. That is a trope that we get in a lot of our books, so it is nice when that isn't the case. These are some of my favorite books by black authors. Okay, so I just got home from work. I'm actually texting my little brother answering questions about how to create a druid character in Dungeons and Dragons, and now I'm actually thinking about doing some video editing tonight because I finished all of my Blackathon tasks, except I realized I haven't read any more of This Poison Heart, so I haven't finished it yet, and I was thinking I was going to finish it today, but unfortunately editing videos and listening to books don't jive well. So instead of editing, I might try and edit in the morning tomorrow instead of in the evening. So tonight, perhaps I can work on Patreon reward art for February and just draw and listen to audiobooks. So maybe that's the better way to go about finishing up tonight. Anyway, I'm rambling at this point, so let's get into the drawing and the audiobook. Hello loves, it is Wednesday, February 9th, and I am behind on everything except Blackathon, at least for the most part. I just took my Instagram photo for today, which was supposed to be a book stack of books by black authors that you love. I have so many that I read recently that I couldn't just do one book stack. Most of these were books that I loved last year. These 3 are all from this month. There's more that I keep forgetting, but whatever. You get the point. So I just posted that. Tonight we're supposed to watch Harriet, which I'm really excited about, but I am so tired. I actually ended up taking a nap at lunch and then slept over like 20 minutes. Yeah, I am exhausted. I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot for the most part. I just wish I wasn't so tired. I'm behind on my reading for the week, which is annoying. I have no updates. None whatsoever. And I guess I will chat with you a little bit later when it's movie time. Okay, it's movie time. I hear you, Kiwi. You're gonna watch the movie with me? Okay, so it is finally movie time. I purchased this a while ago.
Mint.
That's when I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. All across the river, do you hear freedom calling?
Okay, so I just finished watching Harriet and it wrecked me in all the right ways. It's definitely a new favorite. I knew it was gonna be. I've been obsessing over the promo song, and I just learned something that makes it even better. Harriet is my hero. I don't know why I did this to myself. I'm supposed to be doing Dungeon World with my friends in like 10 minutes. I'm like on the brink of tears. Okay, so today is Thursday, February 10th, and I just finished This Poison Heart, and I have feelings. Like, I have a bunch of feelings. I don't know. I don't know. This was a wild ride. It ended in a way that definitely makes me want to read the next one. I was very frustrated by some of the actions of our main character towards the end. I was kind of all like, but why? The things at the very end, I was all like, wait, what? Like, I'm back. I will say there is, like, a love interest thing that I'm all like, when I found out more information about that, I'm so sorry to everybody I made read this for the January POC book club, because we have to wait. Why do we have to wait? That's unfair. It's not cool. Yeah, there's part of me that wants to say that I love it. There are some things, but I really do need to say that there are some things that like I wasn't here for, and there were a couple of parts where I was all like, I don't know, maybe this isn't my jam. Like, this would have been my jam back in high school, specifically the like romance stuff, which now I'm kind of all like, kind of weird. Okay, I did a quote for today's Instagram challenge, and I picked one by The Fifth Season. Home is what you take with you, not what you leave behind. Absolutely beautiful quote, so happy to have found that one. I'm not one much for accumulating book quotes or just quotes in general. So it was fun finding a cool quote and making something for it. I actually messed it up and ended up saying home is what you take with you, because, you know, that happens. But fortunately I caught it, fixed it. Now it's time for me to take the quiz, which I am not looking forward to. I am bad at trivia. Like, I'm bad at like pop culture. I'm bad at names. I'm bad at, like, I'm gonna butcher this. And then I don't watch a lot of movies, so if there's any movie questions, I'm probably gonna get it wrong, even if I know, like, should know it. Okay, in what year did, Trevor Noah release Born a Crime? I have no clue. Was it 2019? Oh, not even 2016. Oh, that doesn't even give you 2019 as a option. Who was the first African American to publish a book of poetry? I want to say Maya Angelou. Oh, Phyllis Wheatley. So far, 2 wrong. What did Lupita Nyong'o author? I don't know any of those books. She's the actress. I love her. I think it's Suli. Who was the first Black artist to win a Grammy for Album of the Year? So I'm gonna say Stevie Wonder. Oh, so I got one right. Madam C.J. Walker is the first Black woman self-made billionaire. What was her business? Hair care, catering, business advice, cleaning service. I wanna say business advice. Cosmetics and hair care. Not a surprise, there's only 5 questions. That was pretty simple. I'm 100% not surprised that I didn't know any of that stuff. I didn't even know who Madam C.J. Walker was. It's nice though, gives me a reason to research her. I also want to do some research on Harriet Tubman because I realize I know very generic, vague stuff about her. And I'm all like, after watching Harriet, I'm all like, I want to know how much was factual from the movie, because usually they deviate. The first female self-made millionaire, like, that's amazing. I absolutely find that fantastic, and it just makes me really happy for her. Like, I think that was cool. I'm glad I know that now. I'm glad I took the quiz. So that's where we're at. I'm currently listening to A Psalm of Storms and Silence. I am excited regardless. Anyway, I have a work meeting, so I will talk to you later. Good morning. So today is Saturday. I ended up skipping all of the Blackathon stuff for yesterday. For the Instagram prompt, we were supposed to post a book by an author that doesn't live in the United States, the UK, or Canada. When it comes to details like that, I appreciate it because I get that it's nice to branch out, but it's also not easy to find out that information. Anyway, so I didn't get around to doing that, and then I think they're supposed to be listening to the podcast. I do still want to do, but I am just exhausted. Like, I have no energy, I have no drive, I'm very irritated and agitated. This little rat here has been driving me up the wall all morning, and then I'm listening to Escaping Exodus, and I'm just like not enjoying it. Currently, it's not gripping me enough. Like, it is interesting, and I'm all like, yeah, all of this stuff is interesting, but why do I care? It's just not as engaging as I would like. Like, thinking about the Broken Earth trilogy, which also had a lot going on, at least there was something right off the bat that got me drawn in. The more I try to explain why I'm not jiving with this book, the less it makes sense to me. Like, I don't know why I'm not enjoying this book, but I currently am feeling stressed and frustrated, and I have a million things that I have to do, and, you know, time is going by like crazy fast. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Okay, because I am feeling tired and a little overwhelmed, I decided that I'm probably gonna give myself the day off today. Like, I'm just gonna focus on planning and organizing and relaxing. So yeah, I also think I might start a different book. I was thinking that I might do the next Blackathon pick, but I'm starting to think that I might hold off on Blackathon and or not complete it. Because I'm like really I'm in a weird state of mind right now. Like, I'm not terrible. I'm starting to feel a little bit better now, but hello, loves. So today is Sunday. I'm feeling way better. Yesterday was a total off day for me. I really just needed the break. I am still kind of taking a break this weekend and getting back to my normal tasks on Monday, but since I am feeling super energized, I do not know why I'm so busy with my hands right now. But I'm feeling way better, so I decided that maybe I might try and do some of the Blackathon 2020 stuff that I missed, and then I'm just going to try and catch up on like Monday and Tuesday. We'll kind of see how today goes, not rushing anything, just trying to have fun and ease into stuff. I do have a couple of packages that are book related, so I figured I'd open them. Oh, and I guess I should mention, so I jumped over to Exiting Exodus. I hope I'm saying that right, because I don't have the physical book, so I'm not like actually looking at the book. So if I'm messing that up, my bad. But I continued with this book, and I'm enjoying it a little bit more, but I'm still not super excited about continuing with it. I feel like it's definitely a reading slump type of book for me. There are things that are so interesting about the premise though, so it's kind of annoying that I'm not jiving with it as much as I would like. But anyway, so I'll give you an update with that when I finally get around to finishing it. Let's open these packages. This is Get a Life Chloe Brown. Get a Life Chloe Brown, the floppy version, since I sold the hardback on Pingo Books. Thank you to whoever ended up buying that. This I'll be able to use for the prompt number 6, share a book on Instagram that has disability rep, because our main character suffers from a hidden illness, I believe. I want to say it's like fibromyalgia, but she's got like chronic pain and things. So that's kind of the closest to that I could find. And then the next one, so I ended up getting the Books in Lala Literally Dead Book Club comfy cozy sweater. This thing is ginormous, which was the intention when I got it, so that I could basically wear it as like a really comfy cozy indoor dress sweater. But it looks bigger than I expected. I ain't mad at it. But yeah, I like the color. I am part of the Literally Dead Book Club, although I'm not really good at participating in anything on like the Goodreads whatchamacallit. But yeah, so those are my little updates. I'm going to take a picture of this for Instagram. I'm skipping Friday's prompt, and then I would like to listen to the Nightlight podcast, which was Fridays. And then there's a couple of spoken word videos for today's video prompt for me to watch, and to draw a book cover illustration from memory, which I'm not going to do. I was actually thinking instead that we could design a book cover makeover for one of the books that I really like but don't actually like the covers for. But yeah, that's something that I really want to do. I don't know if we're going to do it for this video. Sorry. But yeah, let me take pictures. I'm gonna do this one, and then I'm thinking of doing one of these for the queer rep, because she's trans, and this one is a lesbian love story, or a sapphic love story, which in all honesty, I don't actually know what sapphic means. Like, I know in general it's talking about lesbian love stories, but like, is there something very specific extra? Is it specifically with POC characters? Does it have to be? If it's two white women who are in love, is that sapphic? I don't know. So perhaps I shouldn't be like throwing that word around willy-nilly when I don't know the specifics for it. So yeah, Instagram posts, and I will catch you later. Okay, so I just got back from work. It's like 6 o'clock. I stopped by the post box on my way home because I was too tired to go all the way to the post office. So I did drop off one of my Pingo book orders. It's at a new post box that is in my jurisdiction, and so far I think my jurisdiction's better than the area by my work. So fingers crossed they pick it up tomorrow at 1 p.m. like they say they will, but I'll be checking. So hopefully that'll be my new drop-off spot. I have continued listening to Escaping Exodus, but I got distracted by a bunch of work stuff, so I didn't get very far. Still feeling about it, but it seems like it's a story about the injustices of the society, and you know, like obviously these people, these different perspectives that we're getting are seeing these injustices, are learning about them, are feeling them firsthand, and are hoping to make some sort of difference. So it's not the most enjoyable to read, despite it having so many things about it that are like interesting and well developed. I am wearing my Literally Dead Book Club sweatshirt that I ended up getting. In terms of Blackathon 2022, there are a few things left for us to do. Okay, I have listened to the Nightlight podcast, which is really cool because it's basically like little horror short stories, or at least the one that I ended up listening to. But I realized because I was filming on my phone and I needed to listen to the podcast on my phone, I wasn't able to actually record myself listening to the podcast for the vlog. So I'm going to listen to another episode and we're going to experience it together. So we are going to tick off all of our Blackathon 2022 prompts. Kiwi, please look at this bitch. That is the best place to balance your ass, but all of the front of her is on my foot, which means that I have to do the workout to keep her there. No, no one wants to see your butthole. No one wants to see your butthole. Ow, nails.
He dismissed it as new apartment jitters. The acoustics were different here. As she disappeared around the corner, the same scent he'd smelled in his apartment to the bathroom hamper. He did a little work on his computer and watched TV until later. Thanks. There was no use explaining further. Kimmy floundered, backed away.
Okay, so I got distracted and ended up listening to a couple of episodes instead of just one, but that's good. It's very entertaining. They're all very different stories by very different people, so I would suggest, you know, giving some a shot and seeing if you like any of them. Creepy horror short stories. I will have that link down below along with everything else that I've done for Blackathon if you're interested in watching the videos and listening to the podcast and just all of that. So definitely check out the description box. Now we're going to watch some of the spoken word like YouTube videos. Let's get to it.
To the girl who works at Starbucks down the street from my house on Delmar Heights Road, swear to God, I'm not a stalker. In fact, every time I try to write about love, my hands cramp.
Okay, so I just watched the first one and it made me think of a video that I watched a long time ago because I'm actually really into spoken word, like not like actively at the moment, but I tend to have spurts where I just like go and I try to consume a bunch. Most of the ones that I've seen were from the Deaf Poetry Jam, the TV show that used to be on it back in the day. Okay, so now we're gonna watch For Soft Boys.
You can't come over unless you pass my mother's background test. Unless you know my mother don't play.
Finally get some closure. And just because the Muslims threatened you, you give us all the cold shoulder, knocking us all out like we're the pins. You're the bowler.
Okay, I watched all of the videos, really enjoyed it. That was awesome. I'm glad that they shared that. I do have a ton that I absolutely adore that I'm gonna link down below, but I thought it would be fun to do a poem of my own. So this ain't gonna be good, but it's gonna be quick. All of my poems were pretty short, but this is something that I wrote in 2006. So when I was in high school, and I have endometriosis and I didn't know what it was at the time. And so I had really bad episodes to the point where it didn't matter if I was on my period or not. I was just always sick. It's called Another Sick Day. I'm gonna try and do my tough girl high school the way it was intended. So let me get in the zone. Faith tries to find me while joy only denies me. Will the sorrow consume me? Am I doomed to be stuck in this unwillful maze of misery? My soul aches as my heart slowly breaks and my mind races, trying to fill all my empty places. I'm sick again. Ha! It only makes it better. How many more shitty days are left with this goddamn shitty weather? Now I hate the world. Darkness consumes me. Not a lick of life is left in this withered body. And as I lay here, repeating these lines in my mind, I try to dream of a better time when happiness would once again own me, and I will no longer feel lonely. 16-year-old me being sad and depressed because I was homesick once again.
Smell her all up in my covers type love, and I want to try counting the ways I love her, then lose count in the middle just so I have to start all over again. And I want to celebrate one of those 1 month anniversaries, even though they really anniversaries, and do something that allows me to talk to her longer, because in all honesty...
They say the 60s was crazy, but the 80s was worse. Crack fucked blacks and gave birth to a curse. I'm here to bleed. If money's the root of all evil, then greed's the seed.
So I'm from a stock that pitched cocktail bombs and hand grenades. We put cayenne pepper around the perimeter of a building to keep the police dogs at bay.
Hello, loves. I keep trying to film this and I'm like struggling. So hopefully this is the one. Fingers crossed this is the one. I just finished Escaping Exodus. It is currently Wednesday, February 16th. I do not know how I feel about the book. Like, I just finished Escaping Exodus and thoughts, lots of thoughts. This one is a hard one. I struggled with this book. Like, I struggled. I did not want to read it. Part of me wanted to DNF it, but I absolutely loved what the writer was doing. So I was all like, yeah, like, I'm not enjoying it, but I want to know more. And I think the non-enjoyment part of it was supposed to be intentional, not to the degree that I was feeling, but to some degree, because it's part of like a setup for the overall story. So it was a struggle in the beginning. Towards the end, I got more into it because it was obviously going in a direction that was like, okay, yeah, this is what I want out of this kind of story. But it's a two-parter, so it's not completely finished. So I really want to read the second one, which I might finish in just the February reading vlog. So if you're interested in that, stay tuned because that will be coming up after this video. But I kind of think I need to know how that ends to know how I fully feel about the beginning. Like, was what I've been going through worth it? Because if the ending is satisfying enough, then yes, what I went through was worth it, and I would be like, yes, you should go through that. But right now I'm all like, I don't know. Like, this is conditional. My rating is conditional. This part is done. I did most of the challenges. I ended up skipping one of the Instagram posts, and then the other one that I'm skipping is the YouTube prompt, the last prompt to draw a book cover from a Black author from memory. But I thought it would be more fun to redesign a book cover, especially one of the ones that is a book that I absolutely adore, but feel so about the cover itself, because I am an illustrator and I collect books, and for the collecting part of my hobby, cover art is important to me. So that's something that I would like to do, but I just didn't have time. Today I actually woke up a little bit late. I barely have much time left before I need to start my work day, and then after work I'm gonna be editing this video, so it just ain't gonna happen. Plus it'll probably be better in its own video. So let me know if you're interested in seeing a like redesigning book cover series on the channel, because that is something that I might try to do, not that I would be good at it. See, it might be a fun challenge regardless, even if I'm bad at it. Lastly, I wanted to say a big thank you to Jess from Bow Ties and Books, the creator of the Blackathon 2022 challenge. They did an absolutely amazing job. This is really cool, really inclusive, and I just really adore that they are doing this. Big thank you for putting all of this together, Jess. You are awesome. I really like the community that you're putting up and the messages that you're putting, and I'm just grateful that people like you are around, because you inspire me to do more for the community myself as well, and I think we need that. But anyway, thank you so much. If you stuck around until the end, be sure to include this emoji in the comment section to let me know. If you want to see more reading vlogs, you can check them out here, or just talking book stuff here, and I will catch you in the next video. Until next time, bye!